open world games have really seemed to taken over in the past couple years, maybe just in the past decade. The more freedom a game has given a player, the more open that player base can actually be. It seems to really draw more people in. In Skyrim, you're told to be the Dragonborn, but really how you do that is completely up to you. In Breath of the Wild, you're supposed to save a ruined kingdom that's been devastated by a calamity, but you can just easily get distracted with shield surfing for like 3 hours. Now, the whole entire point of these games is to allow the player to explore a, well, a open world that is completely unlike our own. But now, as much as I really love these games, I've been wondering what makes an open world game good. I don't love every single open world game I play, and quite frankly, some of them are really forgettable. So, as I was playing some of these games, I took a closer look. I decided to try and figure out what they do well and what parts they fall short on. And, well, the best place to start is the start. The two games that I really think stand at the top of this genre, mostly because I haven't played Elden Ring yet, and I'm a little too much of a wuss to actually play through Soulsborne games, are Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Spider Man PS4, along with Skyrim. But when I started to replay each of these games, I realized that their openings are incredibly similar. They instantly draw the player in a different way. In Zelda, it you have Zelda beckoning you out of your sleep, beckoning you to come forward and explore this world. In Spider-Man, a police radio wakes Peter up, and a random soldier you don't know being led to execution with you wakes you up in Skyrim. Wait a minute. Why are they... Okay, seriously, why are they all being woken up? Aside from the potential curse of narcolepsy these games seem to have, this sudden jerk to opening the game, it makes the player curious. It immediately makes them start asking questions. Who am I? What is this place? Why am I already about to die? This game literally just started. The game gives players questions right off the bat without giving them really a single answer. It makes them question what in the world is going on in this world of dragons or superheroes or musical birds. Seriously, what was up with that guy? And the only way these players can get these answers is, well, by playing the game. And personally, I really feel like this is kind of where Fallout 4 falls flat. Just in general, I really don't like Fallout 4, but the player gets a lot of their questions answered pretty much instantly. Who took my son? Oh, a mercenary took him? Oh, okay. What happened to my... Oh, it's just totally rubble. That makes sense. Are there any other survivors? Oh, yep, there is just a lot of them. Wow. Nothing really feels particularly impactful until you get later on into the game, but by the time you reach that point, you've sort of lost interest. At least I did. And the entire main goal of finding Sean, it it's so important to your character because that's your son. That was your child that got taken from you. It feels almost pointless to go do anything else. Which that brings me to my next point. The story has to hit a sweet spot between being paced with the player's exploration. Breath of the Wild is a absolutely phenomenal example of this. While the player goes out and explore the Snowy Mountains, the Lanayru, just anywhere in Hyrule, they can find more of the story. They're not told or given a waypoint to say, hey, you have to go here. They're just told by the time they leave the Great Plateau to explore. They're told to just go about your day and have fun. Now, even Spider-Man PS4 doesn't do this all too well. it kind of funnels you straight into the game, like the whole story of it. And it's all right, but the writing is still phenomenal, so I really don't mind. But at the same time, this is how an open world game story should be. It shouldn't be just driven straight to you. It should just simply be, hey, look at this. I think this might be important. Let's explore it a bit more. That's what it should be. And now that also kind of drives to my next point of give the player something rewarding to explore. Going back to Fallout 4, a lot of my disappointment with that game is that as I was exploring, I really couldn't find all that much. I don't know if it's just me, but as I kept walking, I just kept seeing more barren wasteland. Sure, I'd fight the occasional radioactive enemy. Sure, occasionally I'd find a hut or a house. But it really didn't seem like anything was important to actually look at or explore, so I kept just following the waypoint, and even then I didn't really feel like I wanted to be doing that. Now, some games do this a little too heavily. I know a lot of EA games, a lot of Ubisoft open world games, they have a bad habit of just putting waypoints everywhere and just flooding the map with things to get, things to find. And Spider-Man PS4, it's all right with this, and it kind of has this problem, but the way it compensates for that problem is gradually letting you see more and more of the map. You have to unlock each different beacon in each different part of New York in order to be able to see all these waypoints and all these things to do. But besides that, the only waypoint you'll ever see is simply the story. And honestly, while you're going and exploring these things, give the player something to look at. Give the player something to be interested in, not to really just harp on Fallout 4 more. This is more my problem with a lot of apocalyptic or post-apocalyptic games. It's that there isn't much there. Anything that is there was, of course, eradicated or turned radioactive because of the nuclear fallout, but overall, it's just dead wasteland everywhere. Story-wise, that makes complete sense, but in the setting of an open-world game, I think it hurts the game more than it helps because the player doesn't notice small things. When playing Breath of the Wild, you can easily see little bunnies running back and forth. You can easily see like a deer that you can go kill or catch. Even in other open-world games, like Pokemon. I think Pokemon, their latest games, Pokemon Legend Arceus and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, have both done a pretty good job at giving the player a lot of different things to look at and a lot of different things to experience. And all of these different aspects of the game, they all come together to really make the world feel alive. That's the biggest thing for me in an open world game. The game has to feel alive. It has to feel like this world is going to go on with or without you, but in some of these games, the world, it relies on you. In a lot of Assassin's Creed games, it doesn't really feel, at least to me, that the world is just going to keep living without you. It feels like the world was built for your mission, for your exploration. But that feeling of being relatively insignificant, aside from your own goals, your own story, it's powerful. Let the player feel that. Don't be scared of making the player feel briefly insignificant, because the overall exploration and the overall discovery will make the player forget that insignificance, because they'll find what's important to them. Hey guys, Editing Tolt here. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know it was a lot more rambly or whatever than my last one. My last one was a lot more structured, I know. but I was sort of rushing to put this out because I want to try and make this a monthly thing. So like, thank you guys. I really want to say thank you guys a lot for the support on my last video. I really didn't expect it. 2,000 views. Like, oh, I I really don't know what to say. Thank you guys. I'm hoping to get these videos out like once a month or so. I do really enjoy making these. But I also have school. Like, I'm getting ready to go to college in August. I'm finishing up my senior year of high school right now. So, plus I also have a job. So I have a lot on my plate already that's taking up my time, that I'm working on things. But I'm still trying to produce these on the side. So the more you guys support the channel, the more it'll help out. So I don't really like shilling like this or saying this kind of thing, but drop down, like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the reception on the last video. I just want to come on and say that. I hope you guys will continue to support the channel, continue to support me. And yeah, I'll see you all on the flip side. Peace.